Welcome back, folks. We carry on talking about what's happening in the world of club rugby. Of course, you know it's Women's Month. And you know at Cape Rugby TV, we've been talking about women's development for, well, a very, very long time. We've been focusing on our women's squad. We've been focusing on clubs that are bringing women players through the ranks. And we've, of course, been focusing on the fact that we've got women's rugby representatives at the clubs now. Some of the success stories, of course, rolling out of Western Province Rugby. On the line with me now, False Bay Women's Rugby team coach is Zoe Naude. Zoe, welcome back to Cape Rugby TV. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me again. It's really awesome to be represented on a platform like this.
Yeah, well, we've been happy to say that we've been able to focus on women's rugby for the last few months, and we've seen so much success with our women's rugby team. Of course, going well. As I said, they've all been on TV. All of the players have been on TV in the last few months. It's been really good. You guys must be happy about that.
Yeah, it's really awesome, especially with the last few provincial games happening on TV. It was really awesome for our younger generation, our younger players to see and to look up to those players in the long term. So it's really inspiring them now once we started practicing again.
Well, let's just talk about that because you guys are back on the field at False Bay from a women's rugby perspective. Maybe give us just a snapshot of what's going on.
Yeah, so basically we started practicing last week again. Numbers are quite low. We're only averaging on around 20 players, 20 to 25. But we're hoping to get back up to our old numbers, which was about 40 players at practice. At the moment, all of our trainings are socially distanced, only busy doing fitness to get everyone back and ready to play rugby. And yeah, really excited to see what is going to happen in the next few months with potential friendlies.
Zoe, so you've started you've been quite specific about driving the campaign at False Bay and recruiting women rugby players. Just tell us a little bit more about that in the build up to this. When did it all start?
Great. So we started last year, just before the pandemic, in February, and we had 4 players, and then including me. So we had 5 of us practicing, and then just before the pandemic hit, we had about averaging on 10 to 15, which was really cool at the time. We thought we had great numbers. Then the pandemic hit and we were on and off, and now we are sitting on 50 female registered players for False Bay. Um, so because of the pandemic, a lot of players haven't been coming to practice, but rightfully so. Some
Yeah.
people are still quite scared. So now at the moment, last night we actually had 25 ladies down, which is still pretty decent. But we're hoping to have all 50 of them down.
So you started off with 5 players. Of course, at that stage, there must have been thoughts going through your mind thinking, well, is this really worth doing? What's the point of getting on the field if you're not going to, you can't field a team with 5 players, but you stuck to your guns, so to speak, and now you've gone up to more than 50 players. What was the thinking around that? I mean, because I know the Western Province Rugby did a recruitment course about 2 months ago about how to bring in more members and how to rejuvenate more members. Did you go on a specific campaign to recruit more women players?
Yeah, so it was quite difficult in the beginning because not a lot of people were hearing about the team. And yeah, having 4 to 5 people there in the week, we were all a bit worried about whether or not we'd be able to play. But yeah, through some tips through Western Province, I was able to do some advertising through different profiles on social media. And once the news got out there, just I was getting calls every single day, messages about asking about the team. So yeah, Western Province really has helped in that sense with always keeping up the communication and letting us know that there is potential people out there. We just need to unlock it.
But isn't that the case? Isn't that just a case of simply making yourself available and letting people know that the machine has started turning? I mean, are we not talking about thousands and thousands of women and girls out there who simply want to know where to join?
Yeah, so it's just actually about being irritating on social media, about posting every single day. And wherever I go, do you want to play rugby? I'm sure you do. Come play at Full Space. So I think Just yeah, like as I said, be irritating and annoying about it, because the more people that you tell, the more people are going to know about the team. So yeah, I think my strategy really has worked in that sense. So
And
I really hope that other people can do it.
have you managed to keep the same original 5 players? Are they still there?
Yes, so I actually think three of them are still with us. And the one, unfortunately, she still plays touch rugby, but she didn't want to play anymore.
Right.
So yeah, the original few are still with us and are actually at practice every week.
So is it a question of you need to also, as a coach, make things exciting and interesting um, for your players?
Yeah, especially during this time of not being able to do contact rugby, we have to keep all the girls here and at practice and wanting to come back the next week. So playing a few socially distanced fun games and stuff keeps them really energized and willing to come back the next week. Because I think that's what's quite scary, is losing the players during this time,
Yeah, yeah.
and keeping those sessions fun and quick, because how we are working.
Is there also quite a lot of focus on the fact that you might not have games, and that it's not all about playing the matches, it's about getting the teams on the field and staying fit and playing a sport that they love?
So this whole year has basically been like that for us. We've had planned games and then they've been cancelled. So the ladies are pretty much happy with just practicing and learning the game. I know that a lot of them would like to play, but yeah, just making sure that they're still coming to practice and actually learning the game um, is what they actually want to do now, instead of that excitement of playing games.
That's absolutely fantastic, Zoe. You're an inspiration. These are the kind of success stories that we need to hear, because it is about making yourself available. It's about knowing the fact that there's a field there that people would like to stay fit and healthy and have a bit of fun amongst a group of people that are like-minded and are also enjoying it. So that's absolutely fantastic. But you're also not only doing the coaching, you're also still actively involved in the refereeing.
Yeah, recently not so much because there's been no games to ref, but hopefully there will be games soon. So I'm really, really excited about that. Hopefully we'll be able to progress once the games start again.
All right, so we'll leave it at that. And just then, on a final note, some more irritation, then please, if there are women or girls that want to sign up, I'm assuming they can go to the False Bay team Facebook page and reach out to you.
Yes, so they can message False Bay directly on Facebook, and False Bay will then give them my contact details, and then they can message me directly.
And on which days are you generally there? I mean, if somebody wants to arrive on the silent field and say, "Hi
Yes, yeah.
guys, can I sign up?"
We train on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m.
6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Zoe, we'll leave it at that. We'll say to you again, congrats, well done. We're
Thank you
looking
so
forward to
much.
all the progress, and I'm sure that all the clubs that are watching right now are learning some valuable lessons.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
There we go, folks. Zoe Naude, head team coach of the women's rugby side at False Bay. Started off with 5 players, now more than 50. And as she said, just simply making things available and encouraging people to get involved. And that's fantastic stuff. We'll take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll carry on talking about club rugby. Back in a sec.